Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm very glad to have you back. I still remain Adiola of Dandy Clothing and Bag Services, Dandy Fashion School. Thank you so much for always going to my channel. I appreciate your love, your support, everyone's love. I appreciate you. And to our first time viewers, please don't just view, try as much as possible to click on the like button and then click on the subscribe button as well. So let's get started for today's tutorial. I'm making a beautiful handbag. But before I proceed, I'll like to talk about a WhatsApp platform that is existing for handmade bag makers. It is a global connect, across the world. So if you would like to be part of us, if it's just a WhatsApp platform whereby we talk, we gist, we share ideas, we share knowledge. So if you like to be one of us, just send a WhatsApp message to me, and then I'll definitely add you to the group. Okay. Thank you. So I'll be making this beautiful handbag with a bag look. Let's get started. Can you see how the bag is looking? This is just kind of tall, not wide. So let's get started anyway. The pattern is a one body with two sides. The way I'm saying it, I'm sure you would have guessed that it's going to be a simple design. So for the width, for the length, I'll be working with 9 inches. This is the front pattern. And then for the width, I'll be working with 7 inches. This is the bottom. I'll be working with 3.5 by 7 inches. This is the back pattern again. I'll be working with 7 inches. And then for the length, 9 inches. Do you understand? Now, this is the upper base. This is the upper base. Don't forget the measurements, the front, the bottom, the flap, everything. It all has the same width, different height, different lengths. Do you understand? So now for the upper base, I'm working with 2 inches, and then for the flap, I'm working with 4 inches. Do you understand? For the flap, I'm working with 4 inches by 7. The upper base, I'm working with 2 inches by 7. While the front and back, I'm working with 9 inches by 7. So this is what I mean when I said it is a just one body. So I'll be needing just one piece of a carry board. I'm making use of the very thick one. If you know you will be making use of a blackhead machine, I would advise you to make use of the soft carry board or soft marco, also called foreign marco. Yeah, the soft one. Now this is the side. For the side, the length of this side, I'll be working with 9.5 inches. While for the width, I'll be working with, at the down part of the width, I'll be working with 4.5 inches. And then at the upper part, I'll be trimming it, giving it a slant to 3.5 inches. Do you get that? At the upper part, 3.5 inches. At the down part, 4.5 inches. And then I went up by half inch. And then I also, after going up by half inch, I also went in by half an inch to create that curve. Do you understand? So the next thing I need to do now is to apply my gum to the leather. Yes. And then I also applied my gum to the carry board as well. I'm making use of marco for the side. I have my reason. If you watch my bag very well, if you are very conversant with my tutorial, you know I work with marco most of the time for the side. Why carry board for the body? I have my reason. Yeah. Okay, let me use this medium to talk to you about a tutorial coming up. On the norms, I'm a very busy person. You all can testify to it. The way I upload is like me uploading a video now, then after maybe some weeks or something. It's not as if I don't have anything I'm doing, no. But this kind of a very busy person. I'm into fashion designs and bag making. So can you see it is a whole lot for me to, match put together. It is a whole lot. It is a whole lot. It is a whole lot. So based on popular demand, I'll be how do I put this? Okay, I'll be organizing a tutorial, a bag tutorial. It is not free, even though it is free, even though you're looking for free something, just pass. Just pass. Everything is not free. So it's going to be a paid tutorial, and it's going to go on for months, like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 months. I'm telling you. So I'm still trying to create a structure how the thing is going to work. Am I making the tutorial for just the beginners, or am I making the tutorial for both the beginners and intermediates, or am I making the tutorial for both, or is it for fashion bags alone, or is it for lunch bags, is it for school? And I'm just trying to create a structure. But I'm telling you ahead now, even though you're interested, like if you know you are interested, so just message me on WhatsApp so I can add you to the waiting, what's it called, the waiting WhatsApp group. Yeah, the waiting WhatsApp group. Like I said, it's something based on popular demand. So it's something I need to work on. It's something I need to create a plan for. Do you understand? So I need to create a plan, and then based on popular design, like I said, it is not free. So the fee is going to range from 20,000 naira upward, maybe 20,000 naira, 25,000 rather, 25,000 naira. Okay, let's say from 20,000 naira upward. Yeah, so it could be 20,000 to 30,000 or 20,000 naira, depending on how lengthy the tutorial is going to be. Like I said, it's not going to be a 1 month tutorial, so it could be 2 months, 3 months, for 4 months or 5 months, depending on the kind of people I'm working for. I'm holding the tutorial for maybe for beginners or for intermediate. Do you understand? So let's get started anyway. Yeah, sorry. We've already started. Let's continue. Now I've glued my my carry board to my my carry board to my material. Now this is what I have. So I'll be cutting another piece of material, the same leather material. That's going to serve that's going to cover for the flap and the upper base with my 1/2 inch for joining allowance, and then the rest of the body is going to be velvet. I'm working with velvet for the lining. Do you understand? I'll be adding 1/2 inch as well for the joining allowance to the material, and then I'll be adding about 1 inch to the end part of that lining as folding allowance. Do you understand? You understand anyway. If you follow closely, you understand. So this is what I have. Can you see that? When cutting your the flap, the leather material for the flap, please remember to add allowance to all sides. You don't need to add allowance to the width of the lining, which is the velvet. Only the length is what you're going to add allowance to. Are you getting me? So now let's further ahead. This is a rope. Actually, when I wanted to get this rope, this is not what I want, but I don't have a choice at that moment. I don't have a choice, so I got the rope. The rope is not as thick as what I want. Do you understand? It's not as thick as what I use to get. So what am I doing? The length is 11 inches, so 11 inches is the length that I want to use. So I cut 22 inches and then I fold it into two, and I use my my size 3 thread, my 20 thread, to just bind it together. I don't know if you're getting, like, just to bind it together. I don't want it the way it is. It is kind of too soft, so I need something to be hard. Do you understand? I need that hard texture, so I just have to bind it with my thread here, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. Now this is what I have. Now I've gotten the art texture that I need. So like I said, the rope is 11 inches, and then for the material I cut 15 inches for the for the length, 15 inches for the length, and then for the width I cut 2.5 inches. 15 inches by 2.5 inches. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to apply my gum, fold up about 1/2 inch on both sides, and then I'm going to put the rope in between the folded parts, like the middle. Do you understand? Before folding it again, and then I'll run a stitch. Now this is my lining. What am I doing? I'm applying my gum to the joining part so that I can make it more relaxed, so that I can fold both, to each side to make it more relaxed. So just follow me closely. You will definitely understand. Make sure you don't skip any part, so you won't come to the comment section and be asking me what I've already attended to in the video. So it is obvious you skip that part. So my dear, calm down, relax, relax, make your blood make you calm down. So let's continue anyways. So the next thing I need to do now is to apply my gum to this. Don't forget I said you're going to add 1 inch for the folding of the, the end parts of the lining of the velvet. Now this is my handle. My handle is getting shaped already. Then you fold the 1 inch that I asked you to add to the velvet. Now the next thing I need to do now is to create my what's called my hole. Yeah. Initially I wanted to make use of my eyelet, like the big size, the big dice, the big size of the eyelet. But I just feel like it's kind of too wide for the measurements of handle that I'm working with. So I make use of my I've forgotten that at the moment now. Whoa, you've seen the tool, Abby. Okay, my punch. Is it punch or puncher? Anyone. Well, that's what I make use of anyway. So the size, I think, is 12 mm. Yeah, the biggest part of the puncher. Is it punch or puncher? Oh, I shall make use of the biggest part. The bigger one. Yeah, I think it's 12 mm. Yeah. So the next thing I need to do now is to fixing my undo. Can you see? I'm already dancing. It's getting shaped already. So the next thing I need to do now is to fix my lock. The second part of the lock that is going to be attached to the front body, not the flap now, the front body. So I'll be piercing that and then fixing that before fixing my what's it called my lining. Do you understand? So after I'm done with the old thing, the old bag, the old thing, that's when I'm going to fix the first part of the bag lock that is going to be fixed on the flap. Do you understand? The next thing I need to do now is to gum my undo to the carry board, just to flip it over. Yeah, flip it to the other side. So I'll apply my gum before applying my glue. So now the next thing I need to do now is to cut out another carry board. I'm sorry, another cardboard. I make use of cardboard for the pattern. So I'm cutting out another cardboard now for the flap, both the flap and the what's it called upper and do you understand? The flap and the upper hand. I didn't have half-inch allowance, so just the flap and the upper hand, the exact measurements. Do you understand? Which is the flap 4 inches by 7, and then the upper hand 2 inches by 7. I'm cutting the exact measurement, and then I'll be placing it on the my lining. Yes, don't forget, this is my lining that I'm gumming right now. So I'll be placing it on the lining so I can fold all the edges of the material. Please, anytime you're making use of a gum, always make sure it dries a little bit before gumming. I'm talking from experience, so always make sure it dries a little bit before gumming so you won't regret. Please, for the handle, remember to use, after using gum, remember to use glue. That's how to secure that spot very well and for long. So remember to use glue, please and please. Now this is what I have. This is the outcome. And this is my side. I already fixed in my during to both side, and then I fixed in my lining as well. So the next thing I need to do now is to apply my gum and then flip the lining to the other side, which is the side of the material. The next, please don't forget to add your bottom stand here. I make use of stock bottom stand, also known as back feet. So make sure you add that to it. Which other thing? Okay, the next thing I need to do is to add inner lining to it. If you want, you can decide to add it, and if you don't want, it's your preference, it's your choice. So I will be adding inner lining to it, and this is my inner lining. This is open pocket here. Then after that, I'll be applying my glue to both the body, the carry board, and then the lining, so I can gum both together before attaching my side to it. if you can see very well, is gradually forming the shape that it wants. So the next thing I need to do now is to sew half an inch at the down part, where we left half an inch on both sides. So I'll just take both and then sew half an inch. Then after that, I'll be gumming it. I'll be using my glue rather. I'll be using my glue to, at first glue it to the body before sewing it on the sewing machine. I would like to say this: if you don't actually know how to draft this particular pattern, I have videos of similar patterns, like videos of similar patterns on my channel. Please just go through it, like browse through it, get yourself get yourself addicted to my videos. Let me put it that way. Get yourself addicted to my videos. So just download my videos on fashion bags and get working, start working. You will get the pattern, you will get the pattern drafting, and in no time you'll be good with it. The next thing I need to do now is to take it to the sewing machine and then run a stitch from one side to the another. But I forgot a part, and the part is the front part. Now what you need to do is to first sew the upper part, like from one edge to another, the upper part first. You do the upper part first before sewing the side. Do you understand? The upper part of that front part where I fixing my lock. So the upper part of this, just sew from one side to another side, like just a tiny stitch about 1/4 of an inch before sewing the side. Now I'm done sewing the side, the first part. The next thing I need to do now is to repeat the same thing for the second side, but I'll be skipping that because I don't want to make the video too long. Yeah, I'll be skipping that. So let's proceed anyways. When sewing the side, the second side, you have to sew all through the to the flap and then back to the where you started just sewing from. Do you understand? Just the way you see me doing in this video. Now we are gradually coming to an end. The next thing I need to do now is to create sorry. So the next thing I need to do now is to create a hole for the other side of the lock, a hole for the other side of the lock. So I will make use of my blade just to make that hole. The kind of lock that I have here with me is a screw one, the one that I have screw. So I'll be using my my knife to unscrew that so I can fix it to the bag. So just watch me closely anyway. Make sure the hole is wide enough to accommodate the bag lock, and at the same time it mustn't be too wide. It must not be too wide, or else yawa don't gas. So So we are gradually coming to an end, like I said earlier, and this is the end. This is the end part of the tutorial. Can you see how lovely the bag is looking? And then I'll be attaching a back strap to that. Do you understand? I'm sure you should know how to make a back strap by now. Fine girl. No. So you should know how to make a back strap right now, and then I'll just attach my back strap, and we've come to the end of this tutorial. Can you see how lovely the bag is looking? Can you see, I don't know, there are some people that like this kind of shaped bag, they want it to be kind of tall, and not too wide. And there are some people that like it to be kind of wide and not too tall, different people with different preference. So anyways, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Thank you so much for sticking this far. Like, I really love it so much. But please don't just watch, especially first time viewers. Don't just watch. And even you too, big gay, long time subscribers, don't just watch. Make sure you click on the like button, because that's the first thing. That's our priority. The first thing is to click on the like button before clicking on the share button, and then lastly on the subscribe button. Let me talk it softly. Subscribe button. So thank you so much for coming with me this far. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Bye, 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 bye.